Welcome back, you beautiful people. Me and Matt have just rocked up to a race here. It's part of the Surrey League race calendar. Just had a drive around the course, I ain't gonna lie. I'm personally a bit nervous. It is tight, quite lumpy. The road's not quite a Goodwood road surface, so it's going to be interesting. It's only my second road race of the year because I've been doing a lot of circuits. Matt you did Surrey League the other day, didn't you?
Start of the season.
Yeah. It was good. Good organisation.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, we've just seen there's a lot of like safety cars and all that sort of stuff, so that should help with keeping things honest and good. So yeah, just got our numbers. Number 21. What number are you? 23.
Yeah.
And they've done it in team order. There was another Nicole lad here as well, so there's 3 of us, and there's a good number. It looks like there's about 50, 60 riders. So we're going to get kitted up, go warm up, because we start in 35 minutes. So we're here getting the bike sorted. So today, going with 2 bottles. I've got electrolytes and juice in one, and I've got a Morton mix in the other. I don't want to go too over-carbed in the bottles. You know, I want some hydration from one of the bottles, and the other one is the carb mix. Got the camera on today. Hopefully it gets good footage. So before I left, I've had my breakfast. I'll put that up. It was a couple of pancakes, some orange juice, and then on the way here with Matt, I was just nibbling. My blood's at the minute a little bit high, but I wanted to be a bit high at the start of the race. But when I woke up, again, I'll put the numbers in just now, they were perfect. They were in the green, so which is where I want to be when I wake up. If I wake up and they're in the red, it's always a tricky one, because then I need a fuel plus insulin and all stuff, and it's hard to judge. Where this morning, waking up with that number 73, I was able to do a nice breakfast. I was able to put the correct insulin in, and yeah, I'd say they've raised just about right, because obviously fueling for this race is going to be just over 2 hours, 2 hours 15, 2 hours 20. And I'm going to try and take a gel every 30 minutes. So we'll see how that goes on. I'm going to carry 6 gels on me, and hopefully that's enough. You know, like say, I think I'm aiming for about 230 grams of carbs. So obviously the bottled gels all adds up to it, and we'll see how we get on. So we get kitted up, go for a little warm up, because I think the race actually starts at 9:30. Me and Matt are just going to do our best and hopefully go home safe. That's what it's all about. So yeah, let's go. Just head out for the warm up, which this bit of road is actually quite lovely. So yeah, do 15 minutes. I think the neutral is quite a bit of the course before we get to the start. So again, if I don't warm up enough now, should give me plenty of time to warm up. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. 3 Nicole guys here. Just have some fun, that's what it's all about. That's what I tell myself anyway, until we get into it. So let's get going. We'll put the camera on. Wish me luck, guys. Try and send it. So here we are, all the riders getting a chatting from the commissioner, just some of the rules, usually what happens at the start of the races, and then we're off. So we had a lead out car for about 2 or 3 miles, and luckily I got stuck in right behind the car, so I saved a lot of energy. But then as soon as he drove off, I thought, you know what, warmed up, let's go. And I just went for it, and I looked round and literally no one was there, and I just carried on. In this first section, I think I was gone for about 5 minutes. I just thought, you know what, hopefully a couple others might come across, because I saw a race a couple of years ago, the winners actually went straight away. So I assumed, you know, if I went, a couple of the other strong lads might jump on. And then further in, this is just at the end of the 5 minutes. I think this is just before the actual start of the official lap. A couple of the lads come across. I think there was about 10 of us in total going up this long drag, and this part of the circuit certainly split the race. And here we are descending into a bit further down. It was very fast. So this is the little breakaway that formed, and some of the lads sort of were going wide. I'm not really sure why we weren't going single file, but then I thought, you know what, push through again, try and get us going, because we had a bit of a gap to the main peloton. Like up that first drag, we made a gap, and then at the bottom of the hill, you know, like I said, there was about 10 of us. We had a bit of a gap. They neutralised the race. The car in front, like we can see it, it's hard to see on this camera angle, but they had the neutralised flag out. Now my only thing is, this bit of road was quite rough, and for the next 3 laps they neutralised this section, so we'd make a massive break gap up the long climb, you know, 8-10 of us would get away, and we'd come down this section again and they neutralised it, and then here's, you can see the flag being waved. Like for 3 laps they did that, so it was very confusing. But then they didn't do it again from lap 4 onwards, so we're not really sure what was going on. So again, you know, I'm just pushing on, trying to get a gap, and some of the lads come through. You'll see in a minute, you know, a few pull through, and then I go for it again. But this part of the circuit was so fast. I think we were averaging 60 odd kilometers an hour along here. So yeah, there's a really nice group of us, you know, had a little gap, and I think this is still the first lap and we got a gap. But then, like I say, when we got round to that section again, they neutralised it and everyone caught on. So I think after the 3rd lap we gave up on that, and then they stopped neutralising it, so God knows. But yeah, you see the lads, they pull through, and we're now in single file. But there's a part of the road that came up really fast, and you know, the lads are sort of sat up a little bit, sort of throughing off. Some aren't really pulling through. Like I say, I'm not sure what was going on. There was a bit of a gap, whether they were tired from that effort. So I thought, you know what, we'll push on, let's get the speed, let's try and get the gap. And my plan was just to try and get the break early on, you know, let's get a gap. You know, 10 of us getting around this course would be mega, but no, it didn't happen. The lag comes past in a minute. But yeah, this was fast. I think looking on my training peaks, this section was 74 kilometers an hour. You know, it's downhill, you can see it, you know, it's pretty fast going past the trees and stuff. But like I say, this course was really good. It had that really, really hard finish climb. You know, it wasn't super hard, but it was just long. Then a bit further in the race, I think we are now lap 6. So I think 56 of us started. I think there's now 20 of us in the peloton. But just then, some of the lads let this gap happen, and I could see it happening, and I was then thinking, is that going to be the break? So I bridged across, got on to these lads, sat them for a second to catch my breath. It was coming into the final finish climb, so I was like, I didn't want to burn the matches coming into the climb, so I still needed some for the climb. So yeah, I sat on the back of them, caught my breath, see what their plan was, whether they were going to attack up the hill. Because if we attacked up the hill, we may have gained another gap, but then, like you see, everyone sort of spreads across the road. This is the steepest part, so everyone stood up, pushing so every lap we did this hill 8 times, and it was about a 5-minute climb. So yeah, it was I'll put the stats up in a second of the climb. So the steepest part was 11%, so it was, I think I was averaging, you know, pretty high watts just to get out the steep part. You know, every lap pushing 600 watts for about 30 seconds. You know, certainly stung the legs, but it stung everyone's legs. So yeah, the whole race has come together. Well, there's 20 of us left in the race basically, because I think they have to pull the other lads out who were dropped or were out the back. So yeah, the rest of the race, there's 20 of us going round. You know, we're going through, pulling off, and I'll be honest, the last 2 laps, unfortunately, I don't know why it is, near the 2 hour mark I always start to cramp, so I was able to just manage it the second to last lap. So this is now the last lap, and yeah, going into the last climb, the cramp really kicked in, which annoyed me because I was in the group and I still felt okay, but once you start getting cramp, there's not a lot you can do. So I need to look into what I can do, because I fueled well, and you can see we're still motoring pretty fast. So yeah, it was a really good race, and like I say, it was a shame the cramp kicked in, but here we are. I think we are not far from the finish now. This lad in front, it's the finish is coming up. One of the lads starts tightening up his boas, and when you start tightening boas up, the finish is coming soon, because look, here he goes tightening those boas. We're going to go for a sprint, but like I say, it's 11% climb to the finish, and there was a lot of little skinny lads in this, and I was like, I'm jealous. But like I say, it was a good race. We were pushing on, this last section of road, single file in these little narrow roads, going 50 kilometers an hour. It was the way of the race. But like I say, it was good. The Surrey League put on a great race, and I had fun. Like I say, it was 2 hours 10 I think we were racing for, and yeah, unfortunately my camera ran out, so I didn't get the finish, but I rolled in with the bunch. So yeah, very, very happy. So yeah, thanks guys.
Oh, there we have it, ladies and gents. Jeez, 94k. Oh my life, cramp the last 2 laps, always around the 2 hour mark. I don't know, I had so much sodium, drink, just the legs cramping. So I just rolled on through. Hopefully between 15th and 20th, annoying, like with the bunch the whole way. The race got ruined first couple of laps, it was so intense. I went off the front a couple of times, try and push everyone on, try and tire the legs, but maybe that's what tired my legs. I'm dripping. Let's have a look at the stats. Actually, no, I'm not gonna worry about that. I'll put the stats up here. But amazing race. That was some good stuff. When I came into this, looking on the profile that they sent us, this hill, for us bigger lads, like all of us are sort of looking at each other. I think when you've got little kids like this who weigh like 64 kilos, they did well. So yeah, great race. I'm not sure on Mac. I think he did a couple of laps and got spat or got caught in a crash. There was a couple of crashes, which again was wild. But yeah, it's amazing. Good results. My eyes are dripping. Matt, on the second or third from that end, gave me a bottle and I smacked it and dropped it. Oh my god, dripping. Oh my life. Okay, absolutely so humid. Yeah, there we are. Great race. It was a regional A, which is a pretty high spec race. Bike performed flawlessly. That was it, guys. Thank you. We'll see you at the van, have a chat with Matt. Oh, mate.
Well, I'm
I was just talking. Hey, that was some dodgy bottle grabbing from the wet. How was you filming that?
We got it right second.
How'd you get on?
Huh?
How'd you get on? This hill was
Yeah.
absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, you did well, mate. Yeah, good, awesome.
Hey, big boy climb was
Not a race for me.
we need some
Get
sprints.
back to the flat crits next
We
week.
need some sprints. We need Goodwood. But yeah, we'll go back to the van, have a chat, see where I actually was. What do you think? 15th to 18th?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, some points. All in all, great race. So yeah, Surrey League. Get involved. It was some good race. So van, results, get some food. Back at the HQ, got a license. I'm giving away little treats. It's lovely. So I think I was 15th, but I will put the final result up there. All the lads. There was a lot of skinny minis at this race. Got annihilated up that climb, but it was a good race. We had fun. Matty boy. People. Try not to talk with a mouthful. But yeah, thanks to the Surrey League. Great race. I'll definitely be back. Hopefully there's a flat course. But yeah, everyone rode good. There were some good attacks. I went off straight away, give it some oomph. But yeah, great day. Very happy. Not too salty. I need to work on why I keep cramping at about 2 hours, because I healed well, had the energy gels. A lot of training I do is for the 1 hour crits. So
when you step up to 2 hours 20, it's massively different. So thanks guys, thanks for watching, and comment, subscribe. Come on down to Surrey League, really good race. And next one is Goodwood on Tuesday with a team again. So yeah, thanks guys.